Hey everybody, Marcus C. Williams here. And I want to talk this evening about Stacy Dash, flip-flopping, and not standing up for your beliefs. So, lately, conservatives and Republicans have been getting more flack now than ever for their views. Their views that we should have a strong nation, that we should have freedoms like the ones that people appreciate: freedom of religion, freedom of speech, freedom of the press. But we're getting flack for that. You know, you speak your mind, you say, oh, I like this candidate, I have reasons, I think my reasons are good and of value because I believe their policies. Not necessarily the individual themselves, but the policies are very good. Can't do that either. So people are mad. People are mad because they didn't like Trump and they feel like every Republican is a Trumper. First of all, every Republican is not a Trumper. But even if they were, what exactly is your deal with Trump? And I don't like talking about him very much because I have my own reservations about him in many situations, especially the way that he talks. But the policies, y'all, the policies are very good for us and for our nation. Damn it, I know I'm gonna get flack for this video tonight, man. I swear to fucking God. Like, and you wanna know what's crazy? I didn't even vote for Trump the first time. I didn't. I voted for myself because I didn't like what he said about Russia. I could not tolerate the fact that somebody who was his age and running for president of the United States said that Russia, a foreign enemy, should hack Hillary Clinton's top secret and classified level emails. That just did not do it for me. That was unacceptable. And I couldn't vote for her because she looked weak all over the place. And that doesn't even have to deal with the rest of everything that she had going on. Okay? But I voted for myself. Anyway. So, people have values, right? You have values, I have values, everybody has values. They're not all the same. They come from our cultural background, they come from our upbringing and our beliefs, they come from our religion. Most people who are religious or grew up in the church are actually conservative. Many of them have been part of the Democratic Party, but if you look at the Democratic Party, there is no God in the Democratic Party. They don't care about the Lord, okay? They don't care about Allah. They don't care about anybody else, okay? They barely care about themselves, and they definitely don't care about the American citizens. They care more about illegals than they care about you and me. And that's a problem. Truth be told, that's why I switched from being a Democrat to being a Republican. I had always been conservative. And a lot of my ideas that I would go on about and stuff were not very popular with my Democratic friends and stuff like this. But you know, I didn't know any better. I'm black, I'm a northerner, I'm in my age range, I'm a millennial, so I'm pretty much automatically guaranteed to be a Democrat. But I've always been conservative. My values have never changed. I've always talked exactly about the same stuff. Nothing about me has changed, okay? But when I saw the Democratic Party shut down the government for illegal aliens, that was the last straw for me. They had never shut down the government for African Americans. They never shut down the government for blacks. They never shut down the government for Hispanics. They never shut down the government for Native Americans. They never shut down the government for, hell, the Puerto Ricans. And at the time, the Puerto Ricans were going through some serious stuff. But you want to shut down the government for some other Spanish people that are not even our countrymen and our citizens? Come on, man. You want to take care of somebody's Spanish? We got our own Spanish people right here in our country, okay? Ridiculous. That made me fit to be tired. I was so fed. I was like, fuck this. I need to do some soul searching. I did some soul searching. I searched through all types of different parties to see where my philosophies and my views align. Come to find out, the lie that I've been told my whole life, that the Republican Party is so terrible, Republican Party policies, values, everything align with exactly what I believe in because, again, I'm conservative. So, boom, bam, there we have it. I was like, this is awesome. This is great. How could I ever have lived with all the lies that I've been fed about the Republican Party? Okay? Now, of course, there are some assholes in the Republican Party. It's like, most people are assholes, let's be honest. Okay? But the fact of the matter is that the Republican Party is nothing like the Democrats would have you think. They don't hate black people, and most of the policies that they'd institute are positive and impactful for black people in a good way. The issue is that people have been so brainwashed that they don't know anything. They couldn't make heads of tails of anything because of what we've been preached about to for decades and decades, and what we see in the news and the media in the demonization of the Republican Party. It's just out and out not true. Yes, there are some shitty people in the Republican Party when most of the Democrats are shitty. Most of them. Okay? They won't even stand up to the extremists and the socialists in their own rank. What's wrong with them? What's wrong with them? Okay? Condemn all the violence all the time. Get rid of your socialist scourge. Look at what happened in Nevada. Okay? The Democratic Socialists took all the positions in Nevada in the Democratic Party, and the regular Democrats said, forget this, we're out, we're leaving. We're not going to work for the party as its own, as a whole, as it is right now, because the Democratic Socialists have taken all the slots. Seriously? The Democratic Socialists won the whole slate? That's problematic. Democrats need to get on that and do something about it. But Democrats have moved so far away from their core principles and core values that they don't even know who they are anymore, and they don't know what they stand for. But we're not talking about them right now. But they done did some serious flip-flopping. Sorry if you feel some type of way. Not sorry at all, honestly. So boom. Stacy Dash. Stacy Dash used to be conservative. I don't know what she considers herself right now or whatever. But she used to say things that were conservative, and I think she supported Trump and said positive things about him and stuff like that. And now she's like, oh man, I take back stuff that I said. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean to hurt people's feelings. Because, you know, they gave her a really hard time. And she looks like this. She looks like me. So I know what I go through. I could imagine what she goes through as a half a celebrity. Okay? Like, it must have been real serious. Like, I'm sure she was blacklisted from, like, everywhere. It's bad. It's really, really bad. Okay? Because if you're black and you're conservative and you talk about your views and stuff, you get so much hate and vitriol from your own people and white people. So now you got to deal with your own people hating you for what you believe in, which will actually help and benefit them, which is insane if you think about it. And you got to deal with white liberals and extremist liberals and the socialists and the fucking communists, and don't forget the anarchists. It's problematic being black and being conservative, but we're not talking about that tonight. What we're talking about is Stacy Dash and her getting on British media and flipping flopping her behind all over the place. So now you're like, you're sorry about your conservative values? Fuck you, okay? For real. Honestly, if you're gonna stand for something, stand up. Stand up and stand by it. That's something about me. If I say it, I mean it. I'm going to stand for it. I'm going to stand by it. I mean, it is a possibility that if I'm faced with additional information at a later date, I might change an opinion on something or a stance on something based on additional information. That's an important thing. You should always be able to do that. You should never be so rigid that when presented with important information that is accurate and critical, that you're not able to change your position even a little bit. However, that being said, if I said it, I meant it. And I stand by it. Okay, otherwise I wouldn't have said it. Or maybe I would have said it and immediately retracted it in this next sentence. But if I said it, I meant it. And I stand by it. Okay? I am not ashamed of being conservative. I am not ashamed of being a Republican. Okay? I chose the Republican Party. Okay? I was born a conservative. I was raised conservative. Okay? I have always been conservative. But I was a Democrat who chose to be a Republican because I found out the truth and I found the light. Okay? I'm not saying I found Jesus. I've been found Jesus, but that's a whole nother conversation. Anyway. It's really, really tough, honestly. Watching all of these people just surrender their values because they feel like they'll be treated hostilely, which they will. That's a fact. But they don't want to go through the pain that it is to actually talk about what they believe in. They don't want to go through the hurt that might come to them because they believe something. If you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. And right now, people are just letting too much go. Too much go. All of this socialism, you're letting it go. It's not okay. Them taking away our rights and our liberties, it's not okay. You see what's going on with the Second Amendment? It's being stripped away. It's not okay. Third Amendment, here they're coming for you sometime soon. Coming up. First Amendment's already in tatters. Okay? We're in trouble, people. And if you believe something and you believe in it, you stand up for it. Period. End of story. Okay? It's like this is the Islam coming into Christian parts of Africa, forcing them to denounce the Lord and convert. This is like the Christians coming to America, forcing the Native Americans to denounce their gods and convert. This shit is not okay. If you mean it and you believe it, you should stand by it, and you should not give up. Do not give up on your positions. Do not give up on your values. Do not give up on your morals, because those are what make you who you are. And of course, again, yes, when presented with different information, you should reconsider. However, don't give up because you're a scared little lily liver. It's not okay. This is America. We're supposed to be strong. Okay? Now we're scared of our neighbors because they believe something different than we do, and we don't want to be canceled from social media, or we might get in trouble for our job because we're a Republican or we have conservative views. It's not okay. It's not okay that this is what's going on in America right now. This is not what America stands for, and we should not go for it. And I'm just so frustrated right now when I'm talking about it. It's just coming out. So I'm going to end this video right here. Okay? Flip-flopping is not good. If you believe in your positions, stand by them. If you believe in policies, stand by them. Okay? Do not perpetrate a fraud. Believe what you believe. Mean what you mean. And say what you mean. And when you say what you mean, let it represent you. And if you don't mean it, don't say it. Thank you very much. You guys be blessed and be well. And God bless America.